More than 50 people in Lee County alone died during or right after Hurricane Ian ravaged our region.
More than a dozen of those victims found amongst the devastation on Fort Myers Beach. Many who lost everything they own, but some lost even more.
I came back home and I said they're both gone.
Tonight, NBC2's Gage Goulding met a man who lost not one but two of his best friends.
He was the camera king, you know, he was always there with that camera.
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but what happened to his friend last Thursday leaves Mike Yost with none.
A guy that was like a bright light for everybody. And to go out that way is just horrible.
He's talking about his friend of more than a decade, Mitch Pacina, a man that lived for memories and wanted to remember them too.
But he always carried this little blue camera everywhere. No matter where we were, he would get pictures before he would leave somewhere. All right, everybody get in.
When Hurricane Ian rolled onto Fort Myers Beach, Mitch did what he's known best for, pressing record.
How sad to see.
He shared these videos on Facebook as Ian was flooding the streets.
If it gets a little higher, may have to go on the roof.
His last text was, "We're terrified."
He shared the same message online. Just moments later, Mitch, his wife, and their friend jumped into the water from the second floor of their flooding and collapsing home.
Mary was still holding on the railing, but Mitch couldn't hold on anymore, and he was swept out into the back bay. Somebody like that should never have to go through anything like that.
It wasn't until the next day Mike learned what happened. It's the same day he found out his other friend, Damon Utterback, died on the island too.
I said, "Okay, where's Damon?" And he pointed down to the house, and Damon was hanging out the window. It's an image I'll never get out of my head, ever.
You might not know his name, but you've likely seen him ashore the island.
He was known as the pirate guy. You know, people, "Oh, you know the pirate guy?" And they'll always say, "You mean the guy with the parrot or the guy that looks like Jack Sparrow?"
It's what made Damon happy, his hobby. It's also what made him such a special friend, not just to Mike, but to so many on the beach.
They already knew how I felt about him, so I wouldn't get all mushy like that or anything, but I'd probably tell them both thanks.
It's a thanks for being his friends, a thanks for the memories, and a thanks for all the pictures. While he might not have the words now, these photos share 1,000 stories. Reporting on Fort Myers Beach, Gage Goulding, NBC2.